right, this is take two. Good morning, everyone. Happy hump day, happy Wednesday. I hope you all are doing really good. If you don't have a coffee or a tea, pause the video, go grab yourself a coffee or a tea, and that'll give you like about 10 minutes to just take in this week's message. I'm trying to have a Zen attitude today. I've got my classical music playing in the background. So cheers to all of you before we start this message. Need coffee. Card pulled. Grudges can be gruesome. Before I read it, some very peppy classical music playing in the background. I think it's Mozart. Here we go. Grudges can be gruesome. Yeah, they certainly can. All right. When you hold a grudge, it gives your body permission to keep the chemistry of hostility and anger active. Research has shown that these chemicals can enhance the possibilities of stroke and heart attack. If someone else has behaved hurtfully to you, you have many options. Pick one that doesn't hurt you even more. You want your bags to arrive with you when you travel, but you want to lose that baggage from your past. So I'm sure we all can relate to grudges, holding a grudge. Someone's hurt us. We can't forgive them. But I want to share with you just a couple of health issues that come up when you hold a grudge. And I can certainly attest to having experienced this. So if you're living in a chronic state of tension, which is what holding a grudge is, it disables our body's repair mechanism and increases inflammation on our stress hormone called cortisol. So now, quick little story. A couple of years ago, I had a few experiences where I can honestly say I was holding a grudge. And what ended up happening was I started experiencing inflammation in my lower back, in my sciatic, and it got so severe that when I was at work, by the time I finished my shift, I was literally crying, driving home, because the sciatic just so happened to be my gas and brake pedal, of course, right? Not this side, not the left, the right side. And I was taking anti-inflammatory, and I mean, it helped, but not to the degree where I had any alleviation. So I gotta tell you, I went through this for 2 years of major pain, 10-15 minutes to get out of bed in the morning, and I just thought my body was breaking down. But then what ended up happening was I was speaking with a friend, and I realized in that moment that the inflammation, a memory was stored there, and I was holding a grudge. I was still angry with this person. I wanted this person to say, I'm sorry, and they never did. And my body held on to this anger. So once I came to that conclusion, I had to figure out how to move past it and release it. And there's a quote. Where is he? His name is Will Zeus. And he said, always forgive, but never forget, else you will be a prisoner of your hatred and doomed to repeat your mistakes forever. And that was a really powerful quote for me. And I realized in that moment that not forgiving was hurting me more than the other person. They had no idea. They had gone on with their life and, you know, whatever. But I was holding on to it. So the tool that I learned was forgive, but never forget. And how do you forgive? You have to make a conscious choice to release your anger. And what I mean by that is what I did, a tool that helped me, was I sat down and I wrote a letter and said exactly how I felt and what it did to me and how it made me feel. And I'll be honest with you, you got to feel it to heal it. I wrote the letter, I put it away. A couple of days later, I went back to it and I read it, and I literally felt the anger. I felt the pain in my back swell up. I started to feel tears swelling up in my eyes, and I literally sat there, read the letter and cried, and just basically simply said, I forgive you. You don't have to have that person in your life to say it to. You have to say it to yourself. I forgive you. And there was also a lesson there for me to learn. So if you are holding a grudge, if you are having a hard time forgiving someone, like I have a family member who, hang on, I'm going to sip of my Zen attitude here. I have a family member, without naming names. This person is still holding a grudge from people 20, 30, 40 years ago, and that's all they talk about. And how they can't forgive. And this person has so many pills in their cabinet in the kitchen, it's not even funny anymore. And I didn't want to end up like that. And I don't want you to end up like that. And that's why this week's message is grudges can be gruesome, but it's me, it's you who it's going to hurt the worst. It's going to affect you physically, mentally, emotionally, and you can't move forward in life. Like you can't. I'll read that quote one more time. Will Zeus, always forgive, but never forget, else you will be a prisoner of your hatred and doomed to repeat your mistakes forever. So if you don't learn from that lesson, you're going to repeat it over and over again. I know I did. So I wanted to share this message with you this week, guys. This is what I was taught and incorporated, and it worked for me. And again, you don't have to say I forgive you to the person, but you have to say it to yourself, but never forget, because we teach people how to treat us, right? So it helps. You got to consciously release the sadness and the anger. You got to feel it to heal it. Feel the anger, allow yourself to feel it. Feel the sadness, cry, move through it, and let go of the grudges because they're not healthy for us. All right, guys, again, grudges can be gruesome. Don't even, in the card here, she said there's suitcases by this lady. And on the suitcases it says strength, courage, and happiness and joy. And if we're holding a grudge, well, we need strength to forgive. We need courage to feel it, to heal it. Uncomfortable action. I always talk about uncomfortable action. And it prevents us from having happiness and joy in the future. So guys, that's this message this week, okay? I love you all very much. Zen attitude. Take care. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Like, comment, share. Okay? Bye. Love y'all.